everyone, I'm Jacki Jing reporting straight from snowy Sweden, or my hotel room, but whatever. It's SI 2022 debrief for days 6 and 7. And first, hot off the Twitter press, the BDS drama continued. Rafal, who had been missing for the first 2 days of SI, continued on cryptically speaking about what had happened, but didn't actually spill the tea. Come on, man. And Alamau got Team 1 fans' hearts dropping in anticipation, as it seems like he's bound for someplace not in Brazil for the next season. But enough about that. Let's get into the biggest storylines from both days. And the first one is definitely the biggest. Now, coming into this event, people had high hopes for 2021 champs NIP. After all, they'd been finalists at Sweden and in the BR6 finals too. Losses to Sandbox and Empire made it seem like they were headed out quick, but the Ninjas got themselves back on track with wins against M&M and Sonics. But the first day of playoffs brought about much pain for NIP fans. Look at the stat line. I mean, who wasn't popping off? 4 TSM players got more than 15 kills as TSM cleaned up house on Cafe and silenced an NIP comeback on Coastline. The defending champs were rattled, and you could tell by looking at them before their lower bracket fight against MIBR the next day. Though MIBR were the last team to qualify to SI 2022, they certainly weren't the least. The vibes on NIP just got worse, as MIBR went 2-0 on Cafe Attack, and the defending champs didn't look happy even when they led 3-2. The mood seemed to worsen as MIBR took the map 7-3 and then swept to a whopping 5-1 lead on Coastline later. NIP finally came to life after the side swap, but all MIBR needed were a couple rounds. MIBR eventually forced OT and took both rounds there, leaving Psycho fighting back tears. And that means that the Penta G2 boys are still the only ones to defend their SI title. Our second big story featured our favorite Sigma male, Super, of course.
Heck yeah. Now, anything you want to say to the fans before I let you get back to your team?
No.
Sonics only played on the first playoffs day, but it really wasn't clear whether their up and down group stage performance would be enough against the apparent APAC killers. Initially, it seemed that Super's boys would fall as well, as Elevate took them down 3-7 on the first map. And up 6-3, it really seemed Elevate would win 2-0 against an NA team for the third time. But from the ashes arose a Gryxr. He was a man possessed, as he brought Sonics back from the brink to win 8-7. Instead, it was Sonics who turned out to be APAC killers instead, as they took a comfortable third map win and sent Elevate down to the lower bracket. They cemented their status up next against Damwon Kia, a team that many had said were title contenders. But at 6-5 on the first map, Kansan silenced the Koreans and sent his teammates and fans into raptures.
There goes Gryxr as well, and all of a sudden it's Kansan, but a beautiful double play, trying to ride out the final 4 seconds. He has no idea where that diffuser is. SMG up. They're watching in this position. As he goes to swing out, there's both Coded and Katsang watching from this angle. Kansan, are you a miracle worker? You only need one more!
Damwon kept the pressure on Sonics, threatening a comeback on the second map after being 1-5 down, but who other than Gryxr? He shattered the Koreans' momentum and finished with 30 kills to just 17 deaths to beat them 2-0. Now, APAC was in real danger of having both its teams dumped out almost immediately into the playoffs, but from the ashes emerged an Elevate, or as we like to call it, Onigiri and friends. On Rogue's pick, the Thai squad came out swinging, nabbing Cafe in a jaw-dropping 7-3 manner after some questionable decisions from Rogue. But when Rogue dealt the same hand to Elevate on their map pick, everything came down to the third and final map. And this map was Onigiri against the world. By round 4, Onigiri had already doubled the total kills of his 4 teammates combined, but he kept going on and on. Onigiri would end up breaking the all-time single map kill record at SI and equaling it for all lands, as he finished with 27 kills, and his team won the map 8-7. Elsewhere, Oxygen turned cruel villains, ending the Cinderella runs of both M&M and Damwon. DZ also eliminated Furia and Navi, while MIBR took down Space Station and FaZe, took down Elevate, ending their run. So what did you think of the playoffs so far? Who of the remaining teams will be lifting that caber? And while you're in the comments letting us know, be sure to subscribe and go follow us on Twitter to stay on top of the madness in Sweden, and follow me at Jacki Jing. Now, if you want to see more of the numbers that everyone has been putting up in the Six Invitational, well, head on over to the SiegeGG competitions page. Oh, and of course, stay tuned to SiegeGG everywhere you can to keep up with all things Rainbow Six Siege. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.